And good afternoon. My name is Konstantinos. I'm an Emirates wannabe, or else I am an aspired Emirates cabin crew. And in this video, we're going to see basic laws and regulations about the cabin crew in the United Arab Emirates. Okay, let me isolate this one. I believe that's better. And let me see over here, down here. That's correct. So I have made the following question to the Gemini. In general, what are the regulations and laws about cabin crew in the United Arab Emirates? And the answer from Gemini is the following. In the United Arab Emirates, the legal framework for cabin crew is a double layer system. And what the double layer system means? The cabin crew is protected by general labor rights like any other workers in the United Arab Emirates, but the daily work life hours, rest and safety are governed by specialized aviation laws. As of 2025, here are the general regulations and laws governing cabin crew in the United Arab Emirates. So, at first, we have the General Employment Law, the Federal Degree Law number 33 of 2021. At second, we have the Aviation Safety Law, the GCAA CAR OPS1. So for your reference, GCAA, correct, GCAA is the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates. And at third, we have the health and pregnancy regulations. At fourth, we have the accommodation and the lifestyle. Okay. Let's say this. It's the fourth category mentioned from Gemini. And as we say, we have two categories, company housing and passport retention. And here we have a summary table, key limits. There is a two-column table. Column number 1, regulation type. Column number 2, rule or limit. Maximum annual flight hours, 1,000 hours for the cabin crew operating inside the United Arab Emirates. For operators that the main operation base is the United Arab Emirates. Maximum weekly duty hours, 60 hours. So maximum weekly flight hours, 60 hours per week. Annual leave, 30 calendar days. Probation period, maximum 6 months. And the notice period is 30 to 90 days, as per contract. And here is a note. If a cabin crew works for a budget carrier or a private charter based in a free zone like Dubai South or DWC, some administrative procedures might differ slightly, but the GCAA safety rules remain identical. And let's see. let's say the law, no, it's point number 1, let's say, note number 1, General Employment Law, Federal Degree Law number 33 of 2021. This law covers your basic rights as a resident and worker in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Fixed term contracts. All cabin crew must now be on fixed term contracts, typically 3 years, renewable. Unlimited contracts are no longer permitted. So as I understand, any new cabin crew worker with Emirates will receive a 3 years contract, and if the company chose to renew the contract again, the renewal will be for an additional 3 years. And in the past might exist unlimited time contracts, but this is no longer the case. Annual leave, you are legally entitled to 30 calendar days of paid leave, very important, per year. So, in essence, a cabin crew with Emirates might may be eligible for 30 continuous days, let's say, or in general 30 calendar days of annual leave. And what this means, that for this particular 30 days of his or her annual leave, the cabin crew will receive a salary of 5,000 dirham. It's very nice, very good. In essence, a cabin crew is not working for a month and is receiving a salary of almost 1,300 euros, tax-free. This is very important. This is very good. This is very good benefit. Here we see gratuity, end of service. If you complete at least 1 year of service, you are entitled to a payout based on your basic salary. 21 days for the first 5 years, 30 days for each year thereafter. So it's a small gratuity. It's 21 year per year, 21 days per. I believe we should see the law here, because if it's a gratuity 21 days in overall the 5 years, they are not a lot of money. But if the gratuity is 21 days per year for all 5 years, then yes, we speak about good money, because so this, let's say 21 days per month equal to the basic salary only, 5,000 dirham. So 5,000 dirham multiplied by 5 is 25,000 dirham. So it's almost 13,000 euros, I believe. It's very good. It's a nice sum of money. Someone will not have to work for a year with such amount of money, in Cyprus at least. It's not an infinite amount of money, but it's a nice sum of money. And let me fix the camera. Notice periods, standard resignation or termination notice is 30 to 90 days. Leaving during probation now requires a 14-day notice period by law. Job loss insurance, JLO, like the singer, J-Lo. As of 2025, let's continue. As of 2025, registration for involuntary loss of employment insurance is mandatory for all private sector employees, workers, okay? So each worker that is working in the boundaries of in an employer of the United Arab Emirates should have the particular job loss insurance, because at any point of time, according to the worker contract, the contract might be terminated by the employer with, I believe, with a standard resignation notice of 30 to 90 days. So that's why we see videos on TikTok with Emirates cabin crew indicating that they had resigned, but in the same time they flight it's like they have resigned, but also they are keep flying until the end of their monthly schedule because of the termination notice of 30 days. And aviation safety, for example, in contrast, in Cyprus, someone may resign, and in the hotel industry, let's say, someone may resign and just give 7 working days notice period, because usually the hotel shift schedule is weekly based. So he or she gives the resignation to the hotel administrative staff. The worker works the last shift, the last not shift, works the entirety of the week that he or she is scheduled, the days that he or she is scheduled to work, and after all he leaves from the hotel and go and proceed let's say somewhere else with his or her hospitality career. Point number 2, aviation safety law. The known GCAA CAR OPS 1. The General Aviation Authority, the General Civil Aviation Authority, or in short η πολιτική αεροπορία των Ηνωμένων Αραβικών Εμμυράτων, σωστά, Ηνωμένα Αραβικά Εμμυράτα. So the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates sets the flight and duty time limitations, FTL in short, to manage fatigue. These rules override standard labor laws regarding working hours, flying limits. So this is only the formation is absolute for cabin crew, I believe. Flying limits. You cannot exceed 100 flight hours in 28 days or 1,000 flight hours in 12 consecutive months. So you may be in a financial need, but by law you will receive the basic salary of 5,000 dirhams per month, and you are allowed up to 100 flight hours per month. So is 5,000 dirhams the base salary plus, let's say, 7,000 dirhams the flying pay, the maximum flying pay per month, and the maximum payout will be with the starting monthly salary of grade 2 cabin crew will be a tax-free 12,000 United Arab Emirates dirhams. So 12,000 dirhams are, let's say, 3,000 euros. So if you are in financial need, the maximum you may receive from the airline per month are 3,000 euros non-taxable. So this is the maximum wage you may receive with 100 hours of flight in a single month if you are in grade 2 economy class cabin crew. By law, this is the maximum. Duty limits, you are limited to 60 duty days to 16 duty hours in any 7 consecutive days. So on average is 25 duty hours, flight hours per week. In order for you to have 100 flight hours per month. Minimum rest at home base, minimum 12 hours. Minimum 12 hours, or so minimum rest, let's say in between flights. So it's minimum 12 hours or the length of the preceding duty, whichever is greater. Preceding. I'm not sure about the word preceding. Okay, so that means, so either, let's say if a cabin crew will have a flight in Tuesday and then another one in Thursday, the particular cabin crew is allowed to receive a minimum of 12 clock hours of rest, or a minimum of alternatively, according to the schedule, there might not be 12 hours of continuous rest. There might be, if the preceding duty, the Tuesday flight was 4 hours, then the cabin crew might receive 4 hours of rest, and then again go to the next flight. Apologize. Let's continue. Away from base, the so-called long-haul flights. So the cabin crew might receive a minimum of 10 hours of continuous rest, which must include an 8-hour sleep opportunity. So I believe that's why it's called, it's the so-called layovers, I believe. Okay. Layover. Correct. So in a long haul, in a flight, in a layover flight, as you see by law, the cabin crew that are employed under the United Arab Emirates, let's say legislation, and also under the IATA legislation, I believe. IATA legislation is how to say, is forced, let's say, all around the world. So we are, in general, in a long haul flight, we are allowed a minimum of 10 hours of sleep, of rest, and of which the 8 hours is of which an 8-hour sleeping period. So choose wisely. So you need to choose, the cabin crew need to choose wisely how do they spend their layover time. You see, minimum 10 hours of rest, but this minimum includes an 8-hour sleep. So sleep well, rest well. Rest days. A single day off must include 2 local nights, minimum of 34 hours of total rest. So if any time you see a day off in your schedule, this day off, approximately it will be 48 hours layoff, 34 to 48 hours day off, in order for you to have a good rest. So point 3, health and pregnancy regulations. Medical fitness. All crew must hold a valid Class 3 medical certificate issued by a GCAA authorized examiner. Pregnancy. As we see here, while UAE law protects you, I believe the employment law protects you from dismissal due to pregnancy, GCAA safety rules usually require you to stop flying once pregnant. I believe this is common sense, because we are not going to be pregnant, let's say 6 months pregnant, and also have a duty as a cabin crew. It will be somehow odd, especially for Emirates. Airlines often provide ground duty positions or unpaid leave during this period. Health insurance. Employers are legally required to provide comprehensive medical insurance without any salary deductions. So I believe that's why Emirates offers health insurance to the workers, to the cabin crew. Remember, by law, we have the relationship between, the United Arab Emirates employment law, labor law. By law, there is the employer and the worker, no employer and employee. So the Emirates cabin crew are workers of Emirates. Okay. Health insurance. Employers are legally required to provide comprehensive medical insurance without any salary deductions. Okay, again, that's why Emirates provides health insurance to the cabin crew, because it's a by law obligation. Accommodation and lifestyle. Company housing, while not a law, not required by the labor law, for high-earning professionals, aviation companies typically provide free shared accommodation. Under United Arab Emirates housing standards, this must be air-conditioned, well-ventilated, and meet specific safety codes. So you see, you might have air condition, because this is under it's the country legislation. The company is a requirement for the company to provide an accommodation. Typically provide free shared accommodation, like in the case of Emirates, a free, cost-free shared accommodation. And these accommodations under the UAE legislation should be air conditioned. So if the UAE legislation was indicating that they might be not air conditioned, then the cabin crew that were residing in the particular accommodation should arrange the air conditioning by themselves with their own money. And passport retention. It is illegal for any airline to hold your passport. You must have possession of your travel documents at all times. Yes, because either short haul or long haul flights, or the flights of Emirates are from a central hub, then Dubai International Airport, to international destinations. And this is the summary of the Gemini answer to my question. Okay, furthermore, in next videos we are going to see additional details about both the federal degree law number 33 of 2021, the general employment law of the United Arab Emirates, and in addition we are going to see the General Civil Aviation Authority let's say regulations about the cabin crews, about the cabin crew workers that work and reside in the United Arab Emirates. Again, this is Konstantinos. Thank you for watching the particular video. And now, if you was able, let's say, to see the video from end to end, now you know a bit about what you should be expecting as a cabin crew on Emirates. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Have a nice day.